Hi guys, welcome back to Lauren the Amazing. I'm Lauren, welcome back. And today we are going to be doing
drum roll please.
Making science experiments. Well, yeah.
Science.
So we're gonna see if both of these things we saw. These three things we saw online actually work. So the first one is melted crayon art.
Okay, so melted crayon art. We are going to literally
melt the crayons
and make.
Well, actually, the crayons will still be there, but the wax inside of it.
Well, some of the wax from the crayon will be what melts.
And then it would melt, and then it would drain onto the paper. Ah!
Oh, okay. So she's done this project before at school, but go ahead.
But we had to. It was a little longer. It took way longer because they had to do it on every single kid.
Okay, but we're not talking about that part. So what we're going to do today is we are going to, first we had to, this took a lot of work. So what we had to do was take the wrapper off of all 24.
Really don't remind me.
Like all 24 crayons. That was a lot, right? Then you will be able to place the crayons in whatever artistic way, but it says that it has to be pointing down because we're going to use a blow dryer too. So if you're doing it like this way, like what she has, can I hold it up?
Yeah.
Then we have to melt it like down like that.
With a blow dryer.
With a blow dryer. So see how she has it down? And we're going to create artwork. And so,
with hot glue, if you're wondering how you glue it down. Like, you can't just put a crayon on paper and then it sticks down. But this is a special canvas paper.
Right, we have canvas paper. And then you also...
I got it for Easter. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out.
Good point. We're going to put something under it. But right now, what we're going to do is we are going to put the
crayons on and hot glue them down.
We'll hot glue them, let them dry. And actually what we'll do is start on some of the other science projects while it's drying.
Yep.
And then we'll come back at the end with the blow dryer and then we'll get it going. So we'll be right back while we arrange these. Okay. So we're going to let it dry.
But if you want a closer look at that beautiful pattern.
It's still warm too.
For this one, I don't really know what the colors except for the first three ones. Because all the other colors, they look exactly the same. I first thought some were black and then I saw some were blah, blah, blah. So it was kind of hard to know, but I just went with it because black, purple, blue, they're basically like the same thing and they're really good colors together. So I didn't really care.
So we glued each of these to the paper. We're gonna let it dry and then we're going to do some more science experiments.
Yes.
So we'll come back to this one.
Yeah. So the next science experiment we will be doing is, drum roll please. This time you say it with me. Jello Slime.
What? I didn't say it, sorry. Jello Slime.
3, 2, 1. Jello Slime! Maybe.
So.
Okay.
We're done. We did that.
Okay.
So we looked at, actually someone sent us a recipe for how to make edible Jello slime.
Edible?
And I will say this, although they say it's edible, they encourage you not to eat it and that it really doesn't taste good.
It doesn't?
No.
Can we try a little bit?
I'm not trying it. So what you need for this is 1/4 cup of instant Jello. You need 1 cup of cornstarch and then 1/3 cup of warm water. So you're going to, Lauren, put 1/4 cup of the Jello mixture in the bowl. You're going to use half of the cornstarch, so not the whole thing.
Half of it?
Half. That's what it said. So
why would they make you use your cornstarch if they only want you to add half of it?
Well, this is just a step. It's not the final thing.
Okay, that's probably half.
Is that half?
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, should we move your artwork? Okay.
Probably.
We did half. And then add the 1/3 cup of
all of
water. And it said use all of that. Now take your spoon and stir it up. And you're going to keep stirring the mixture. And then slowly mix in the cornstarch. So get it going. And while she's doing that.
Not like Jello slime.
Well, you're doing a little at a time, it said.
It smells kind of good.
It smells good. It smells like we had banana.
Yeah. It kind of smells like the stuff we use for the bath bombs. That's what
No, it doesn't. That was fruity smelling.
But bananas are cute.
They are, but it was like a different fruity. Like, okay.
Now you try to mix it.
It said when it gets too hard to
mix. But I'm...
take it. Oh, no. We're still mixing.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a really good mixer. I'm just a kid, so it's a little bit hard for me.
Well, kids can do stuff too.
Well, I'm a good baker, so...
You are.
But I'm not really good with that hard stuff. Like that flour.
It said it would be sticky.
Hard stuff.
Okay. So I do want to show y'all like what it looks like so far.
I'm wearing
It doesn't
pajamas
really-
if you're questioning me yet.
Right, so
I've been wearing pajamas all day. First I was wearing Christmas pajamas, then I had to take a shower, but then I changed into these pajamas. Cause like why not?
why not? So Lauren's goal.
Especially because it's Saturday. And tomorrow, that's all I'm wearing too. Pajamas.
Maybe. Oh, bless you. That wasn't
Really, really weird.
It said when you get it, when you're using your hands, it might have gotten in my eyes. When you use your hands, it said that's when you could take it out of the bowl and like keep trying it. So you want to take it out?
Sure.
Okay.
Take it in out.
This is not.
This is not coming together.
Oh, now it looks like dough.
Usually when it gets ready,
Mm-hmm.
it would form a shape, then it would work. It almost got on my artwork.
Okay.
This is a little...
We're going to keep doing this and go back to our recipe and see what else. Look at her face. She's like, no hope. We're going to go back to the recipe and see maybe if we can add more warm water. Like maybe the warm water will help it to stick together. And then we'll go from there.
Because it's like really good, but it needs something to stick because when you stretch it.
It's not stretching.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. And slime, if it doesn't stretch a little bit, that's just not slime.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to look it up and we'll be back. So we went back to our recipe, or not recipe, but maybe like instructions to see what we needed to do because this was not turning out like slime. And what it said is that slime is not an exact science. Can't even get it out. So you know how sometimes you do slime and you use all the same ingredients and it comes out perfectly? Like you're like, this is the fluffiest slime ever. The next time you do the same thing, it doesn't exactly come out like that. That's what they said. So the instructions say if it feels too dry, add more if it feels too dry, add more water. And ours feels too dry. If it were too slimy or too sticky, you would add more cornstarch. So what we'll do, you want to use the spoon, maybe?
To do what?
Stir it. I'm going to add a little bit of water so we don't like do too much at a time. Or use your hands. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's mushy and disgusting.
Come on, before it dries. We don't want it to just absorb.
It
like,
smells
see what
bad
happens.
now.
No, It smells like banana. It's super sticky. So let's see if, you know how sometimes with slime too, the more you like knead it and play, it sounds like slime.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it so sounds like it's getting its shape.
It's getting there. Okay. It's starting to look okay. It's just not as stretchy
as real slime would
as
be.
real slime would be.
But it is yellow, so you can't judge it.
I'm not judging the color. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. It kind of feels like Play-Doh. Okay, I get what's happening here. Maybe the goal is not to be like traditional slime, right? So if you had like a little kid, you might want to make this so that if they felt tempted to eat it, it wouldn't hurt them. And look at that. So it did.
I kind of still want to eat it, but I was like,
Our hands have been all over it. But I guess the main point would be if a kid did it, like if you did eat it, it wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah, like if a toddler, they didn't know and they didn't understand and they walked toward it and then they just gobbled it up. With regular slime, it would hurt them so bad.
Right, because it would be like glue in their mouth and activator or foam. So I take that back. This isn't a fail.
I never said it was.
I know, I did. I gave up. I was like, oh no, this is not good.
So look at this slime, guys. Wow. I just whispered and you might have not heard me because, okay, so here's what I said. Look at this slime, guys. Wow. It's kind of stretchy actually. If you do it slow.
Just right.
If like you do it slow and get it just right.
Mm-hmm.
So this was actually a success.
This was a success. Check.
This is a good slime tradition. Yep, and it.
Okay. So first experiment, halfway done. Second experiment with slime, success. We were able to do that. So next up, we are doing underwater fireworks. So I'm going to clean all of this stuff up.
Well, I'm going to help you.
She's going to help. And then we'll do that. And at the end, we'll use the blow dryer and try out
the crayon.
To
see if it's
to see what happens. Yep. All right.
So now we are on our final experiment. I was about to say final, but we still haven't done the crayon one, which I'm really excited.
I am kind of excited to see how that works.
Yeah, because I can't find my other one.
Oh, yeah, from when she did it before.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
We are going to be doing, drum roll please. Fireworks!
What were you saying? Fireworks
in a bottle.
Fireworks in a bottle.
Underwater fireworks.
Okay. So, what you need for this to get started, you need like a bottle, food coloring, oil. They tell you to get like a little bowl or something, and then salt. So, let's go, little lady. Let's see. I'm going to move this water out of your way so we can see you. Okay. Step 1, pour salt into the bottle until there is a thin layer of salt on the bottom. So you don't want to like stack it, just like a thin, I think it has to cover the whole, like theirs look like it covers the whole thing. So keep going until it covers it, I guess.
Actually, let me see something.
Oh, good job. Okay. Thin layer of salt. Check. All right, pour warm water into the bottle so that the bottle is about 1/4 full. Mix the salt and water until all of the salt has dissolved and is cool. So
hot water.
This is warm water. I want you to take that and pour it in to maybe, no, like maybe right there. So
I'm kind of scared to pour it.
It's just water. Oh, no.
That's why I was scared.
Me, it's just water.
Me.
Okay, stir it up.
Okay. I should probably use this side. Where'd you get these sticks anyway?
They're skewers, and they look like what they used. You have to stir it so it'll melt. You want the
Salt.
salt to melt in the warm water.
Because the salt melts after a good mix. But like I learned in math science, the water that's why I made my own disappearing ink.
Wait.
So we made our own disappearing ink.
Let me do this.
And we used warm water, and we also used salt. So then we wrote a message, we waited, and then we had to brush all the salt off, and then you couldn't see it until you wrote with a crayon over it. You can see it.
Like a secret message.
Yeah.
Okay. That looks kind of melted to me. So you're just staring at it. I mean, it's still
It melts into the water.
Yeah. And I guess that's why we need the warm water.
Can I mix it? That was a big salt blob in the middle.
It was?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Now, pour fresh cold water, or cold fresh water. I said that all wrong. Pour cold fresh water into the bottle until the water is about 3/4 high. So we have our fresh cold water. Check. Might be a little more. Okay. Pour oil into the bottle so that there's about 1/2 of oil floating on the top.
1/2 of oil floating on
the top. 1/2 inch.
Tell me when to stop.
Just go.
Stop?
It's turning into bubbles. I can't tell if that's 1/2 inch. All right, let's stop and see what happens.
That looks weird.
Oh, it is about 1/2 inch.
That's what they do in lava lamps.
Well, there's a thing for lava lamps. I was gonna get that, but then we saw this. So there's we did the warm salt, and we did salt, warm water, cold water, and then like 1/2 inch of oil, but the light is like putting a reflection on it. Okay. Add a spoonful of oil into a small bowl, followed by a few drops of dye. Take the oil.
I just attach it.
I'm not gonna fill it up because this isn't a regular size spoon. So we're gonna put a spoonful of oil into a small bowl, followed by a few drops of dye. So I have different colors. Which ones do you want? Which color do you want?
I like yellow.
No, you're just using one.
Okay.
I think.
I like yellow. Period.
Okay, put it over.
Oh, this is gonna be the color of the fireworks?
So you're just adding a spoonful of oil and then a few drops of food dye. So maybe we can do other colors.
3.
They got like, I'll do some orange. Show you what that kind of looks like. Lauren.
Yeah.
You focused?
Yep.
You in it? Oh,
I'm just doing TikTok dances.
Always TikTok. Well, you can see it down here. So the oil just
kinda
makes the
weird.
dye like float on top.
Which means it's hydrophobic.
Hydrophobic. She's been in science camp this week, if you can't tell. Stir until the large beads of dye have broken up into a bunch of small beads of dye. So don't you see how don't stir it like too hard. Yeah, you done it. Okay. Now we're gonna pour this mixture into this and
see what happens.
All of our stuff didn't come, y'all.
Okay. What happens next? Wait, it's just sitting on top. If you cannot see that, it's refusing to go in the water. Did you see that, Mommy?
I know.
I could take a drink of water, but not the hot one.
You don't want that. Okay, something's happening.
Okay. So if you cannot see these fireworks, well, they're underwater. They are bursting like normal ones would do, but they're going a lot slower because they're underwater. And yeah, this is pretty. Ooh, look, one just sprouted right there if you were paying attention.
Oh, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this is what it looks like on top.
Ew, that looks cool. My hand's in the way.
That's okay.
So what did you have to say? I said it.
You know what it looks like?
What?
Look, ooh, here comes a big one.
Ooh, pew.
And then what it's saying is what happens when it gets to the salt layer. The salt layer is like at the bottom.
At the very, 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 very bottom.
It kind of look like those sea things that we saw in the aquarium.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Oh, it kind of looks like a tree when you think about it. Like the big thing, the little hole with the firework about to sprout. All those things coming down as the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a tree.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you have the roots, the tree,
On the top.
and the bark itself, and then like the leaves at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Sprouting.
That is so cool.
And there's still a lot on the top. It's like the ink from it disappears, but the color is still there.
Yeah. So what do you think about this one?
Thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Actually, how about this? 1 thumbs up. Actually, 2 thumbs up.
I was gonna say, what?
Actually, 4 thumbs up.
She's using her toes. This was a pretty cool one. So this is another check.
We should rate them at the end.
We can rate them at the end. Okay, so now we're going to clean up this stuff and get ready for what?
Well, yeah, the crayon one.
Yes, yes.
So, we are now at the moment
That we've all
been waiting. Drum roll, please. This time we say blow drying the crayons.
Okay.
Drum roll, please. Blow drying the crayons. Finally, we said it at the right time. We said it at the right time. Okay.
Okay. We have picked a pattern. We have glued the crayons. We have let the crayons dry. And now what we're supposed to do is cover the surface. Oh, you might have to help me when we do this. You cover the surface, which we put something down here. Sorry y'all saw my hand, but you know, whatever. We covered the surface, and now it says to turn the blow dryer on and bring it towards the canvas and blow hot air down on the crayons. So we're going to take the blow dryer and just do like that and see what pattern we come up with.
And if you're wondering why is there white won't do anything, because it matches the paper. It actually, the few that are right beside it, it will mix with those and make those colors lighter.
Okay, there you have it. She has explained. Okay, sweet, come on this side. I want you to hold it up because it doesn't feel, I'm sure it feels different if you had other canvas, like the thick ones. So we just need to, I want you to kind of hold this. You're not going to feel the heat, hopefully.
Oh.
Okay.
I want to
I
see
hope
it.
she doesn't.
Oh, I feel the heat already. I just gave you.
Stand it up. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm used to feeling it on my head.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, I feel the burn. Is it working?
It's melting this thing hot.
It is. It's on my fingernail. I can feel it.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, it is!
3 hours
So
later.
this is the final project. We will let it.
That is
Ooh, they're starting to like melt a little, I think, because they were melting. So this is the final art project. We will let it dry, and then we'll post a final. Maybe we could do like once it dries, a final picture on Instagram. So we are going to rank them
Okay.
up first, we had Jello Slime.
We did this one first. Oh yeah.
Well, this was last, technically now. We did Jello Slime. It's starting to feel like a really good like stress ball. Like if you have some tension you want to get out, you try it out. We initially didn't know if we liked it or not because, well, at least I didn't. I was ready to give up. But after we added a little more water and really thought it through.
Yeah, actually you were about to add more cornstarch when I just started playing with it.
And it worked.
So I kind of saved the day.
You saved the day. But we did have to add more water than the ingredients call for.
Mm-hmm.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say the slime turned out?
7.
I'll give it a 5.
I give it a 7 because like it didn't work really hard, really well, and I had to do all that work to mix it, like to save the day.
You're like,
so
I'm not here for saving the day.
That was a lot of pressure, so I give it a 7.
Okay, and I give it a 5 only because I do think if I had a toddler, like this is the type of slime that I would make. But one thing that I know Lauren likes with slime is for it to be
Sorry.
Is for it to be stretchy. And this slime is not that stretchy, but it is fun to play with.
Yeah.
So I think that you should try it. And maybe if we try it again, it might turn out differently. So maybe a 6. I changed my mind. A 6.
Yeah, because if I was a toddler, I would probably want
You would definitely want this. And then we wouldn't have to worry about, oh, the toddler's eating this. Like, oh, they can and they're not going to get sick, but we don't want them to. Okay.
Andrew would probably take it away from me.
Next up was underwater fireworks, which now just sort of looks like food coloring and oil on top. But I give this a 10 out of 10 because I did not expect that food coloring, because I'm like, these little oils, not even like the food coloring and oil isn't even coming out of the bowl. And then when it started exploding in the water, I was like, this one's tired. She's going to sleep.
No.
Okay, how would you rate it?
I rated a 10 out of 10 too.
Why?
Because I feel like we actually did this one.
We did.
No problem.
Hey, that was good.
Like with that one, it started spreading and it took long, but this one, it was just right. And that's why I give it a 10 out of 10.
So, try this at
Surprising.
home.
Also try this. It's
I
really...
feel like try all of them. And then this one.
Ooh! 10 out of 10.
I give it a 10 out of 10. I've always seen these art projects, Lauren,
Yeah.
like where they melt it. And I know you did it at school, but I've never done it. So it was cool both because you can determine how you want this pattern to look. And so like Lauren was even saying like, oh, I could do an underwater scene, or I could do a rainbow, or I could do this. So she's like thinking of all of these different ways. And then I like how it looks. And then the best part about it is you are disgusting.
I made it.
The
look
best
like
part, you was drinking it, I know. The best part is we can put this in a frame, and now we also have artwork.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. So, see you guys.
What's your channel?
To Lauren the Amazing, and also follow me on my Instagram at Lauren the Amazing _ and I still only have 5 followers on TikTok.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm really sad about that. And like yeah, so yeah.
So follow her on Instagram.
Please.
If you do an experiment, let us know on Instagram. If you are on TikTok, let us know so she can follow you. And then this is also already dry, so this is another reason why it's a 10 out of 10.
Also, I follow a lot of people on TikTok. If they follow me, I follow most of the people. I actually follow everybody that follows me. So if you want me to follow you, you better follow me. I won't just follow random people. I follow the people who trust me, because I only have 5 followers. So the people who trust me are the people who follow me.
Oh my God. All right, people. That concludes this version or this episode of Lauren the Amazing. What are we calling this one?
The The science experiment
That's what
test.
I was thinking. Oh, I wasn't going to think test, but I did think that. All right.
Bye.